Hi everyone! Welcome to our first Exploring More tutorial for summer 2021. Today we will be making and hatching dino eggs. So let's take a look first at what you have in your kit. So included you'll find baking soda, a dropper, some dinosaurs, and a craft stick. Not included in your kit, but things you will need include water, a bowl for mixing, a tray or a deep dish like this, and vinegar. Also, optionally, you will need saran wrap and food coloring. So you don't have to have these two things, but they do help, and food coloring can be fun, so you can add a little bit of color to your eggs. And if you do choose to use saran wrap, about this size is good. You'll need one piece this size per dinosaur. So first, we're going to take our bowl, our baking soda, and some water. And we're gonna slowly add water to the baking soda mixture until we get a crumbly texture. So you don't want it to be soupy or runny. We want it just to be almost like cakey, like sand that's wet. Okay, so we'll slowly start with this. You can use your craft stick to stir if you want, or you can use your hands. I think I will use my hands just so I can tell what the texture is. So I added just a little water and I'm mixing now, just so it's crumbly and packable. I think we're off to a good start. It didn't take very much water at all, maybe 1 or 2 tablespoons. One optional part here is to add food coloring. You don't have to add food coloring, but it could be fun. I chose blue. Now I have my colored egg mixture all ready to go. All right, so we're gonna wrap our dinosaur in the baking soda egg mixture, just like they're being put into an egg. Can you picture the eggs that you eat if you eat eggs? It's this oval shape, right? And we're gonna pack it and make it into a ball. We're gonna try to cover up all parts of the dinosaur. Get them right in the egg. Here we go. Okay. So now that I have my egg shape, I'll take a piece of my plastic wrap and tightly wrap my egg into the plastic wrap, just like this. So now we have 2 eggs and we're ready to move on to the next step. Next, we have to freeze the eggs. So you can use your bucket or your large deep dish to freeze your eggs in, or if that won't fit in your freezer, you can always switch to a tray or something smaller, or just put your eggs right into the freezer like this. So I happen to have 2, you might have 3 or 4, or 1 for yourself, sharing with somebody else. And we're gonna go ahead and put these eggs into the freezer for about 15 minutes or more. All right, we're back with the eggs that came out of the freezer. So let's go ahead and unwrap our eggs. All right, look how cool these dino eggs look. Now it's the part of this activity where we see what the experiment is. So, putting my safety goggles on. If you have them, you can put yours on too. And let's predict, what do you think is gonna happen when we put vinegar onto our dinosaurs covered in baking soda? Do you have a prediction? I think that the baking soda will spread out. What do you think? You can write your prediction down on your handout. There's a line for you to make a prediction about what you think will happen. When you're ready, let's get started. All right, so we can use our dropper, put it into the vinegar, and squeeze so that the vinegar comes up into your dropper. And now, let's see what happens. Do you hear that? It's fizzing. Our little egg is starting to hatch. I'm gonna keep adding vinegar to my egg until I see my dinosaur again. This is so cool. Almost there. Okay, I hatched my very first dinosaur here. Ta-da! That was so cool. Was your prediction correct about what would happen when we added vinegar to our baking soda eggs? What happened? It got really fizzy. So this is because there's an acid, which is the vinegar, and a base, which is the baking soda. And when they mixed together, there was a chemical reaction. And that released carbon dioxide. And that was the fizzing that you heard. Have you ever opened up a soda, like a Sprite, or popped a can of Coke and it sounds like that? Those bubbles? That's also carbon dioxide. So that sizzling or fizzling sound is gas being released as the chemical reaction between the vinegar and the baking soda is happening. If you put your ear close, you can definitely hear it, and sometimes even if you put your hand near it, you can also feel it. In this experiment, all 3 states of matter are present. Do you know what the 3 states of matter are? Liquid, gas, and solid. So what do you think is the liquid here? It's the vinegar. And the solid is the baking soda. And the gas is the carbon dioxide that's created when they mix. That's a really cool activity that taught us a lot about chemical reactions, states of matter, and dinosaur eggs. Let's go ahead and hatch the rest of our eggs.